These are our little poinsettia leaves. We have the bigger one and we have the smaller one. And then we have this and this. And you're going to see how simple it is to build this gorgeous, gorgeous poinsettia just by using those elements right there. So I love the look of this poinsettia. And again, do not be afraid to mix your dyes. Just because your dyes come with a certain leaf or whatever, you can always mix and do whatever you need to do to give it the look that you want. Now I need some little foam dots. These are the little 3D foam squares that I get from May Made It. These things are so wonderful when you're putting stuff together. Now you're going to see the white when I put this on here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to stick one right there in the middle, and I'm going to take the backer off. And then I'm going to offset this one like so and stick that down. And then we are going to put a little art glitter glue right in the middle of this. I'll tell you what, let's just put the art glitter glue right here. And see what I mean about this kind of covering up the workings. And it gives you a little something here to put this on. Do I want to put that on a foam? No, I don't think I do. I'm going to put some art glitter glue, just a, we want that to adhere first. So I'm just going to do a tiny little bit on top of this, all the way out to the corners. And let me get my my tweezers, because I want to make sure I'm getting this set just where I want it. So I'm going to use my tweezers, and I want to sit it down directly over that, and the tweezers really help you get that effect. Okay, so that's how easy it was to put the flowers together for the poinsettia. Now we're going to take these leaves, and I want to make sure that is glued, but there's our little leaves, and I am going to pop them up as well. So we're going to use another one of the little foam 3D or pop dots. I've heard people call them pop dots. I've heard them call them foam squares. So we're going to take the backer off of this one. Now it's going to try to stick to your mat because it's going to show that the sticky part of this is sticking to your work surface. See what I mean? But that's okay, because we're going to put this down on something else in just a minute. Now we're going to sit this down just like so, so that those leaves are sticking out around it. Let's see what I mean? Now let's pull our little mini album back over here, and how cute is that to have this sticking right there on the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some art glitter glue right across that foam square and over on our leaves just a little bit. And then we're going to stick that down right about there. Now, is that not gorgeous? And now that page is done. I want to bring that up so y'all can see the dimension on the poinsettia. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we can turn this page over and we're ready to do the back side. Like I tell you in so many times, please make your album the way you want it. You do not have to follow my guidelines. I am only bringing you inspiration, and I don't want your album to have to be exactly what I say it needs to be, because it's your album. Alright, I'm going to lay that right there just for a moment, and we'll clean up some of my mess. And put my foam squares up for right now. We might be going to those again, but for right now, we are going to trim this piece off of this side of the paper. So I just want to get just past the hole right there where the packaging, I think they make those where they can be hung in stores on displays and what have you, but I wish they would do that different. I really, really, really wish they would do that different. But it's okay. Let's see. I want to do a pocket right here. But anytime you're doing anything, be mindful of your holes, because you do not want to put anything in that's going to interfere with the holes and the binding pieces that we're going to use, or the rings. This is not a bound album. I'll put my little magnets up so I'll know where they're at when I'm looking for them again. I'm sure y'all do that. Do you put something away and you think, what did I do with that? Of course you do. Now this piece, I'm going to dress it up with some washi tape. But the first thing I'm going to do is cut it down to about 5 3/4. The reason I know I came in a 1/2 inch and I want another 1/4 inch past my hole. So I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4. Let's see if that's not the right measurement. I believe it will be. I tell you what, let's measure. Like I said, measure twice, cut once. So 5 1/4 is going to put us right there at it. So I was right. So 5 1/4. Now I had someone ask me the other day about my paper fray. And they said even when they have a new blade that their paper will fray. And I told them that a lot of times it's the quality of the paper. If it's not a good quality, it will give you a little bit of a fraying. But if you have an old emery board or a nail file like this, you have a very fine side and you have a rougher side. I use my fine side and I'll just go like this. And basically what this will do is it will calm down those fibers that are looking frayed. That's the right word. So just grab this is one of my old files. It got worn, it was cracked. So instead of throwing it away, I brought it in and I stuck it in my little tool caddy. And I use it for that very purpose. And every now and then you will get a paper that will fray, and you just have to kind of go with it. Now I'm going to do a gusset pocket again because I love a gusset pocket. You don't have to. You can just glue this straight down. But I am going to cut me a 1-inch strip off of here. I love to gusset any pocket. And what a gusset allows is it allows for more room to stick stuff down into your pocket. It also allows you to keep your pocket the same size because you're running these little gussets around it. So I'm going to cut 3 1-inch because we're going to need to gusset around 3 sides of this. So we're going to need one piece that is 2 1/2. So this piece is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. So we're going to need these cut to 5 1/4, and I think they already are. That one is. This one at 2 1/2, so let's cut this at 2 1/2. So I'm going to line it up right there at the 2-inch mark, and we're going to cut it. And let's see. This one's just about 2 inches too, so we actually got 2 for our money on that one. So 2. Let's get that little frayed edge off of that one. Yeah, see, that's just about what we needed. I just had to cut a tiny little smidgen off of there. See that? I love it when I don't have to waste any more than that. That's always a plus. I'm going to lay these over here because I'm sure we will be able to use them again in just a moment. So we're going to score these. Well, this one is one I do need to use. We're going to score these 3. And I am going to bring out that little scoreboard again because we are only going to score these at a 1/2 inch. Like so. And I know this might be a little extra work when you're thinking, oh, I could just glue that down on each side, but I will promise you that if you use this technique, these little binding strips are used in so much construction. So if you conquer that in making pockets for an album, you will be able to rock it on anything else that needs construction strips like this. So go ahead and give it a try on your album and see how it works for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay these down. I want that side to show. I am going to crease this a little bit more. It doesn't look like it wanted to fold straight. So we're going to train our paper. And the other thing I'm going to do, and I have a tendency of forgetting which way I need to cut my angles, so I always lay it down, and I know this one needs to be cut like that and that one like that. So from the corner this way and from the corner that way. So let me grab my snips. Okay, so from the corner to here, no, here. Yeah, we're going from the corner this way. Oh, that wasn't right. Let's see if it'll fit here. Nope, we should have went the other way. I always get this mixed up. I don't know why I have such trouble with getting those angles like I need them, but I do. And if anybody out there has a way to cut those that makes it easier, please email me, leave me a comment, because this is like one of my struggles every time I make these. But I do love the way they look, the way they come together. All I'm doing here is I'm putting some art glitter glue on the back side of this little construction strip. And then we're going to I'm all butterfingers this morning. We're going to lay this down right in the middle. Just like that. And now we're going to do the same with these. We're going to fold them. Get them burnished down really good. And these are going to live here. And then it looks like I got those a little bit too long. That's okay. We'll cut it when we... Okay, we're going to take it off this way. You'll see my struggle. That's why I said, a lot of times people are so... And I cut it the wrong way. People are so intimidated by trying something, but... I always say, you don't know if you can until you try. So I am going to bring that piece like right there. That's going to work. I'm going to bring it up to the top. It's not perfect, but hey, we don't do perfect, so we're going to make this work. So even if you cut them off wrong, you can go back and re-snip it. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to put this one down, and I want it to come up to the top, to the edge, but not show. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to burnish it down, and we are going to lay it down like this. And I think that one is going to do fine. I'm going to try snipping it. Every now and then I get really, really lucky and I do it the right way. And that looks pretty good. So I'm going to put some glue on this side. And we are going to glue this down. And we're also going to decorate this little pocket. I think this little pocket will look absolutely gorgeous with a little Christmas cheer on it of some sort. Okay, so we got our pocket done, so we're going to bring this page back over, and I'm going to take it to the edge of this page. So just barely, so that it falls right there at that binding hole, the hole that we're going to put our rings in. So let's go ahead and on the back side, let's put us some art glitter glue down on these green strips, or whatever color you decide to use. It doesn't matter. I just grabbed a piece of scrap paper that I was using, and it really doesn't matter because these are not going to be seen. So like I said, now when I put this down, I want to be very, very cautious to not cover that hole. So there's the way I'm going to put that down. So now we have a pocket, we have a belly band with a waterfall, and we got a beautiful pocket. So let's find out what we want to decorate this with. And I am going to look back into my stash of pretties and see. This page is rather elegant because of the fact it has, sorry about the bumping and the, yeah, you know what, I think I am going to break in